Yeah, shout out to CD. This video is for you. Insulin. Now, let me explain. First off, I had a graduate assistant that was up in North Texas State University when I was there. And he would quip, when he was teaching macroeconomics, he said, well, we know half of this book is wrong, but we don't know which half it is, so we're going to teach you the whole thing. And you can say the same for nutrition. You can say the same for any nutritional model. And that was in 1982 when I heard that, and maybe that's less so now. Mr. Dyson, the African-American scientist, the physicist, he made that point just as much. He was saying that as we go over the horizon of knowledge, that we get more and more stuff right. So maybe the model that I'm trying to explain will make sense. Now, in my opinion, this is my own experience. I went on a diet. I weighed upwards to 260, 270 at one point, and I lost down to about 220 in a traditional calorie in, calorie out, counting calories diet, but I never could get the six-pack, the thin appearance. I couldn't get it, and it was very difficult to lose weight after a certain point. Now, I went on a low-carb diet. I read Why We Get Fat by Gary Taubes. I read the whole book. And this guy goes on for about 40 or 50 pages before he actually tells you what you need to do to go on a diet. And then he tells you at the end how to diet. And I followed it pretty close. The main thing he said was to eat under 50 carbs a day. And I did that. I ate under 50 carbs a day. And it was very redundant. My diet was very redundant. I got up every morning at 6 o'clock sharp because I had a job working at a telemarketing center, and I had to be there like 7 o'clock. So I'd get up. I had to be there, I think, at 7. So I'd get up at about 5:30, and I would eat at 6, and I would eat 2 pieces of sausage. I'd get expensive stuff on a bed of salad and eggs. And I had a microwave at the time, and I had a George Foreman grill. And I cooked them, and I would cover that with salsa. I ate that for breakfast. And then I wouldn't eat again till noon. And then I would eat salad, a hamburger salad. And I had this African-American friend, great big guy, real charismatic, really cool guy. I really liked him. And he would go, hamburger salad again. And he couldn't understand why I needed to lose weight. I weighed 220 at the time. I weighed 230. And then I would eat supper. I would have hamburger with sauce on it. And then I would eat, at the time I was going to this place called Fresh and Easy, and I would eat chocolate mousse because it had a high fat content, and I would eat some. And I lost 3 pounds a week, every week, without fail. It was like clockwork. So I went, in 12 weeks, I lost like 36 pounds, almost on the nose. I mean, it worked, and it was amazing. And I ran around, taking pictures of selfies of my chest, putting them up everywhere. And frankly, I think it was goofy at the time, but I was just so damn proud of myself. I just wanted everybody to know. Because it worked. And I'll admit it, I'm like a Jehovah's Witness about food, okay? If you get me started, it can turn people off, you know. And I don't mind being pejorative towards the Jehovah's Witness. I don't like them. You know, they screwed up my grandma's life. They told her she couldn't marry a man that they wanted to, and they ran her life, and she was an illiterate, and they screwed it up, and I don't forgive them. I don't like Jehovah's Witnesses at all. You know, and I don't want to start a war with you. I'm just telling you, that's an aside. It just popped up. But that they are zealous people. They are very zealous people. They are door-to-door salesmen for God. And that takes a lot of balls. I respect that, but nobody wants them there. And I'll make Jehovah's Witnesses quit and leave. I don't have any trouble getting rid of them either. But anyway, let's get back to the cases. So, I ate 50 carbs a day, period. And why did that work? Very simple. Because of insulin. Insulin tells your body to store fat. That is a hormone. And you have to control that hormone. That is a very, very powerful hormone. You have to have it to live. Period. And I'm going to tell you, and this is very controversial, you don't need to exercise to lose weight. I don't believe that. Now, I get into the debate with my friend. I have an Armenian friend, and he says that he's down to low carb, and he says the reason I'm skinny and he's not is because I exercise and he doesn't. I don't think so. I think he hasn't addressed the issues with inflammation that he has. If you're eating a low carb diet and you're not skinny, you have inflammation issues, which need to be addressed through proper fat content in your meal. Now, I realize that it's difficult. It's more difficult for people to lose weight if you're a fat guy, if you will. And that's covered in the book. But I don't think that this gal is a fat person. She's not. She's skinny. It's just like that's why I got mad at my ex-wife, my second ex-wife, and a girlfriend that I had that I broke up with because they were skinny when they were in high school and now they're fat. They refused to listen to me. And pretty much our relationships broke up over that. You know, if they would have lost weight, we'd be together because they didn't want to listen to me. Because it's very simple. It's 50. That's the magic number. 50. 50 carbs a day, you'll lose weight. Now, that might be 40 for you, it might be 30, but there's a magic number. Because once you get into that kick point, because I never did it. You know, the Atkins people say you're supposed to do it and follow it strictly for a week, and I never did that. Never happened. My kids would go and say, were they in ketosis, and they were doing that, and they were doing this. I never did none of that. I didn't. And I'm not an Atkins. I say Atkins, but I never actually went on an Atkins diet. I've never been on one. And I think Brother Atkins was right. I like him. I think you have to get to the point where your body uses the stored body fat, and the way to access is by fasting and or low carb diet. It will work. Period. It can work. And if you look at all these fat people that can't lose weight, they don't have them on low carb diets. They keep feeding them carbohydrates. They don't have any of them. They don't put them on low carb diets. I don't know why. I don't know what their agenda is. I don't have an agenda. I'm just a guy trying to live. So that's what I'm telling you. You want to lose weight, it's carbs. It's not an exercise. You don't need to exercise. That's bullshit. You need to exercise because you're a person. You're on the planet. You come from hunters and gatherers. You come from warriors. You came from the people, most of us, who used to hunt mastodons up in North America. You come from people that used to have lions, African American people. They used to have lions that run in their bush and kill and eat their woman right in front of them. That's the people we come from. These people had to act. They had to act quickly. They had to be fast. And that's what happens. That's who we are. You have to exercise. You're on the planet. You're an animal. That's what you do. It has nothing to do with, that's why fat people are good athletes. It's pretty simple. This stuff is not real hard. I don't know why it's so hard for y'all. Okay, well, if you're still listening, you're a good person. You're smart. If you're not, if you dump me, I don't care. I know what I'm talking about. Peace!